Discipline, the trait that separates dreamers from builders. Self-discipline is self-love. Will Smith once said that self-discipline is self-love. And the older you get, the more you realize how true that actually is. Because discipline is choosing your future over your current impulse. It's telling yourself no today because you care about who you become tomorrow. People think self-love is comfort. Sometimes it is. But real self-love is also correction. Real self-love is accountability. Real self-love is protecting yourself from your weaker decisions. A parent that truly loves their child doesn't let them eat candy all day. Why? Because love thinks long-term. Discipline works the same way. When you wake up early to train, when you force yourself to stay focused, when you resist distractions, you are sending yourself a message. I value my future enough to suffer temporarily. That's love. Discipline is not punishment. It's self-respect in action. Because every disciplined decision is a vote for the person you want to become. Discipline is self-discovery. Most people never discover who they truly are because they never push themselves long enough. Discipline reveals depth. You don't discover your strength laying in comfort all day. You discover it through resistance. Pressure reveals character the same way fire reveals the strength of steel. Without discipline, you only know the lazy version of yourself, the distracted version, the comfortable version. But discipline introduces you to another person hidden underneath all of that. The focused version, the resilient version, the dangerous version, the version capable of enduring pain, mastering skills, and building a powerful life. Discipline is like a flashlight in a dark cave. Every challenge reveals another hidden layer of who you are. And most people quit before they reach those deeper layers. That's tragic, because buried underneath discipline is confidence. Not fake confidence built on words, real confidence built on evidence. Evidence that you can trust yourself. That changes everything. Discipline is your true friend. Everybody loves you when life is easy. People celebrate you when you're winning. But discipline stays with you when everything falls apart. When motivation disappears, discipline remains. When people abandon you, discipline remains. When emotions become unstable, discipline becomes your anchor. That's why disciplined people survive chaos better than most. Because they've built internal structure. Discipline becomes the voice that says, get up anyway, train anyway, keep moving anyway. A fake friend tells you what feels good. Discipline tells you what you need to hear. And sometimes the truth is uncomfortable. Discipline doesn't care about excuses. It cares about results. It cares about growth. It cares about transformation. That's why discipline becomes one of the most loyal companions you can ever build. Because when life gets dark, discipline gives you direction, not feelings. Direction. And direction is priceless when the world becomes confusing. Discipline builds your personal standard. Discipline creates identity. Every disciplined action becomes proof of what you tolerate and what you refuse to tolerate. Without discipline, your standards become emotional. You say one thing, but your actions say another. Discipline closes that gap. It forces alignment between your words and your behavior. A disciplined person develops a code. I don't skip workouts. I don't betray my goals. I don't abandon myself. Over time, those repeated actions become your personal standard. And standards shape destiny, because your life will rarely rise above what you consistently tolerate. Discipline teaches you to stop negotiating with weakness every single day. That's powerful. A man or woman with standards becomes harder to manipulate, harder to distract, and harder to break, because they already decided who they are. And disciplined repetition keeps reinforcing that identity over and over again. Like a sculptor carving stone, discipline slowly shapes your character until eventually your life reflects your standards. Discipline elevates you into the 1%. Discipline is your hidden advantage because most people hate repetition. They want quick dopamine, quick success, quick results, quick validation. Discipline is too slow for the modern mind. That's why so few people truly embrace it. Discipline is not glamorous. It's waking up tired and still executing. It's doing the boring things consistently for years. Most people won't do that. And that's exactly why discipline can place you in the top 1%. Not because you're superhuman, but because you became consistent while everybody else became distracted. The powerful thing about discipline is this. Average effort repeated for years becomes extraordinary. And when you become extraordinary, you become a hero in the eyes of others. A disciplined person compounds growth while everybody else keeps restarting. That gap becomes massive over time. People will call you gifted later when really, you just stayed committed longer than they did. Discipline is the cheat code nobody wants because it requires sacrifice. But if you embrace it, you gain an almost unfair advantage in life. Because in a distracted world, disciplined people become rare, and rare things become valuable. The key is to believe you are valuable now.